Hello and welcome. My name is Jill Maurer, and today I will be talking about my experience with the Metabolism Reset Diet. This is a diet created by Alan Christensen. Here is the book, available on Amazon. I'll give you a link below to the book if you don't have it or haven't heard about it. I want to start out by saying I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical expert at all. I am a jewelry designer and I am a YouTuber. What I'm doing though is sharing with you my experience with this diet, and I hope that that will help you in some way. Whenever you do a diet, you should consult your own physician, take responsibility for your own health. So what is this diet? The idea behind it is that the key to your metabolism is your liver, that your liver needs to be processing efficiently in order for you to have a strong metabolism, because it's your liver that processes the toxins in your body, and it's also critical in burning fat. This is a 4-week plan. It is a diet and exercise plan, and it also talks about cleaning up your environment, changing some things in your environment to help your liver along. It is a 4-week plan. I will be sharing with you my journey during the 4 weeks. This video is about how I prepared for the diet, and I will be starting it tomorrow. Then I'll give you an update every week for 4 weeks, and then I will follow up with a video that will tell you what's going on 1 month after the diet, because the idea is that it does reset your metabolism and you should have benefits for a long time to come. So I think it does make sense to do a 1 month after follow-up. So what have I done to prepare for this diet? One thing, he starts by telling you to clean up your environment a little bit, and that is something that I naturally do. I haven't done everything that he recommended, but I had already done most of the things. One thing he talks about is changing your air filters. He talks about removing plastic containers from your kitchen. I haven't used plastic containers in a long time. I think he talks about not using aluminum pans. I haven't done that in a long time either. Talks about filtering your water, which I already do. So a lot of that I had already done. The other thing to prepare is to go to the grocery store and prepare to have all the food that you need to have. This diet does offer a broad variety of food. He is not somebody who believes in restricting carbs or in restricting fats necessarily. He does restrict, but not completely cut out. It's a pretty broad diet. He does talk to you about what to do if you are vegan or if you have some special dietary constraint that can still work into this. He also talks about a lot of medical issues if you have them, things like high cholesterol, diabetes, those kind of things, whether the diet is right for you and if there are any modifications that you need to make. My case is that I am lactose intolerant. I don't eat any dairy, and I also don't eat meat. I haven't eaten meat for about, I guess it's several years that I haven't eaten meat. I do eat some fish. He has a plan. You can either follow a plan that is set out for you, that, every day he tells you what to eat. And if you do that, then you have a grocery list for yourself. I went through and picked out the recipes I wanted to do for the first week and got what I needed for that. So what does a day of eating generally look like? It is a shake in the morning, a shake for lunch, and then a dinner. And there's a list of dinners, but he also tells you how you can sort of plan your own dinner if you don't want to use one of his. And then there are unlimited foods. There are foods that you can eat all that you want anytime during the day. What I did was I planned for several shakes that I thought I would like, a couple of dinners that I think that I will like. I think I did 3 of the dinners because I plan to make a little more and have leftovers. One of my goals is not to be constantly thinking about what I'm eating. I do want it to be pretty easy. So I don't want to have to cook dinner every single night. I do want to be able to rely on leftovers some of the time. And then my plan for having the food and making sure that I have unlimited food that I can eat all I want of is I picked vegetables that I like a lot, and I also picked some broths that I like and some soups that I like so that I always feel satisfied. Are there things that the diet restricts completely? Yes. There's no sugar on the diet, no caffeine, no alcohol. It doesn't have breads and crackers, things like that. You are permitted pasta if it is not made from wheat. It is, if it's made like a bean pasta, that you can have that. It also cuts out artificial sweeteners. Some of these things I don't have anyway. I don't have a lot of caffeine. I don't have soda. I do drink alcohol, but just on occasion. I also don't have any kind of chemical sweeteners. I don't have a lot of sugar, although I do have sugar, and I do eat breads and crackers. That will be tough for me. me. That'll be part of the hard part for me. What I will say is I got to the point where I was having a lot of coffee and I got myself off of coffee, and that was not a lot of fun. If you are somebody who does have a lot of caffeine and does have a lot of coffee, you may want to consider getting yourself off that before starting a plan like this. I'm not really sure. What I can tell you is that for my part, when I got myself off of coffee, it was hard and it did require Advil for a day or two, which is something that you really shouldn't take, I think, while you're on this diet. That's up to you. I'm not expecting a lot of withdrawal symptoms. One of the reasons that I am doing the diet is that while my diet is pretty healthy for the most part, I have been slipping. I've been having a lot more breads and pastas and really processed foods than I normally do, and I need to get back to more whole foods. And I haven't been sleeping as well. My weight has been creeping up a little bit. So these are the reasons that I have chosen to start this reset diet. When we measure our results on the diet, he does not recommend using weight. Now I will measure my weight and I will see how much weight I lose over the 4 weeks. But what he prefers to measure is waist measurement, and I will be doing that too, and I'll let you know how many inches I lost off my waist at the end of this. He also recommends measuring your fat. I'm not going to do that just because I haven't had good experience with that being reliable. Everything I've ever used, it doesn't measure the same way, and it just sort of seems random for me. It may be that things have gotten a little better, and if you want to measure that way and you have something that you feel is reliable, obviously go for that. I will not be sharing with you my change in that because I don't plan to measure it. One of the things he does do is give you a test. It's just questions you can answer to see kind of where your liver is right now. Mine isn't very bad. Mine is pretty good. I have pretty healthy eating, but it isn't where I want to be. If you have a really bad situation, you may benefit even more from this diet. In addition to the way you eat, he emphasizes that you need to sleep a lot. He does drink a lot of water, and he does give you an exercise plan. Now, interestingly, it's not a very difficult exercise plan at all. In fact, he really doesn't want you to over-exercise during this time. And the reason is that your liver is busy processing things, and your body doesn't need to be over-exerted to do other things at this time. So the exercise really is a 15-minute walk every day. Then you toggle every other day. Sometimes you do sort of a walk, run, but I think it's 3 to 5 minutes. Or you do some calisthenics, and he tells you what to do. And I think it's 4 or 5 different exercises, and you do it for 30 seconds, you do one for 30 seconds, then rest for 30 seconds, do another for 30 seconds, rest for 30 seconds. The whole thing takes less than 5 minutes, and you're really only exercising half of that time. So it is not an overly strenuous exercise plan, and even if that is a lot for you, he gives you variations to make it not so difficult. There you go. That's my introduction to this plan. I have read the book. I am prepared to start tomorrow, but I have not done this even one day. And I'm not sure sitting here right now if I will record everything and then release them every day or every other day, or if I will start releasing them weekly. You will lag behind me because I have to, obviously I have to record them and I have to edit them and do all of that. So as we go forward, I should be able to let you know when you'll see the next video. If you are seeing this far after the fact, I will be linking all of the videos down below and hopefully have cards up here so that you can follow along and progress to the next one. If you decide to do this diet, I would certainly love to know your experiences in the comments below. If you like this video and you like this plan, please like, subscribe, and share. I do think that there are a lot of people who can benefit from a metabolism reset. I look forward to seeing you in the comments below. Until next time.